Okay, what if you read a cheesy romance novel one night and woke up the next morning inside it? That's the nightmare, fantasy, that the first night with the Duke drops you into. I finally finished this new K-drama, and trust me, it's wild, weird, and kind of wonderful. This one stars Taec-yeon as Prince Gyeong-seong-gun, aka Lee Byun, and Seo-hyun as a college student who ends up stuck in a bodice ripper fantasy novel. Not as the main lead, but as a minor character. And even crazier, she wakes up in bed next to the hottest Duke after her very first night in her new fantasy world. And what does she do to avoid being killed off or forgotten in someone else's story? Easy. She unknowingly seduces the male lead while being completely oblivious of her actions. Seo-hyun is only fixated on bringing the main leads in the novel together, but ends up botching the process after a night of drunken cocktails. Of her own mixing, might I add. Now, Prince Lee Byun isn't just your average K-drama Duke. He's serious, sharp, and built like someone who could write poetry one second and stab a traitor the next. And let's be real. Taec-yeon's cold but vulnerable vibe totally sells it. Meanwhile, Seo-hyun's character, who's literally winging it inside this fictional world, is all panic and survival instincts. She's not trying to fall in love. She's just trying to stay alive. So naturally, this turns into an accidental slow burn romance. It's a fun mix of fantasy, mistaken identities, and low-key political intrigue. Think Bridgerton meets Crash Landing on You. Why you might love this. First off, the leads actually have chemistry. It's not forced. Also, the comedy hits, especially the meta moments when she realizes how cliché everything is. I was in love with the costume design and sets, which are legit gorgeous. And I have to note there was enough drama to keep things spicy, but not overwhelming. Now let's talk about what didn't totally work. The first few episodes feel very fantasy-heavy, like a little dramatic for the sake of being dramatic. The story also gets predictable in spots. You'll know what I mean if you've read or watched similar isekai-style plots before. And sometimes I was yelling at Seo-hyun's character like, "Girl, stop talking to the villain." But overall, this drama surprised me. It's lighter than expected, with some heart, a little bite, and the kind of royal romantic tension you can't look away from. So, I'm giving The First Night with the Duke a solid 8.3 out of 10 stars. Watch it if you're into fantasy romance, Regency vibes, or you just want to watch Taec-yeon in a silk robe being emotionally damaged. So, what would you do if you woke up in your favorite romance novel? Would you flirt with the Duke, or find a portal back to real life? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more drama reviews and fantasy chaos every week. Catch you in the next K-drama review.